Alright, hello everybody. It's been a little bit here. We skipped last week for Sekiro, so getting back into things. Welcome back. We're doing some more Future Connected here. This is the Xenoblade Chronicles epilogue story. Missed all the Future Connected stuff so far. Yeah, we can catch you on up. There's been, we've met some new characters and some old characters, and we're exploring the Bionis' shoulder, which is mysteriously floating along with Alchemoth, which has been invaded by the Fog King? Yeah, the Fog King. Let's see if that was... He should be here. So I thought about starting off today with, as I kind of mentioned, going back and doing the character bits for the two cast members we just met who were in the original game, but sort of side quest stuff. But I actually figured it'd be best to save that for the end because I don't know where their story's going to go here. And so we can kind of do that as a finishing bit. Anyway, we have a pile of Nopon following us. These are the Pawn Specters. We have, I think, 7 of the Pawn Specters? No, 8? Alright. We have Dry on red team. Specialty Roly-Poly. Bird Person. They want a hat of feathers. We have Fofra. She's rather new to the Pawn Specters. Specialty Lazy Bones. FIFA. Specialty Take Care. Watching the little sky moles. Tay. Specialty is Wishy Washy. Oh dear. We have Deca. His specialty is Pay Attention. Hanging out by the ribs. Evelyn. Her specialty is Sleepy Time. That's a good one. And then we got 10-2. His specialty is there. So yeah, we have a little squad, and we have 2 characters. If this is your first time jumping in on Future Connected, 2 characters you'll recognize, Bailey and Shulk, and 2 characters you probably wouldn't, Nene and Kino. Nene and Kino are extremely cute. They are effectively Ryan and Charla, gameplay-wise. Alright, we have a Pawn Spectre to go catch. So let's go do that first, before we go into town. So this is like the, this is the town that we've been told we should go check out. Teelan, kid scientist out here, said, yo, we need to go talk to somebody in town, so to find out about who the heck is this Fog King thingy that's in Alchemoth. Alright, but first, more importantly in my mind, I need to get up on that cliff. How do I get up on that cliff? Because there's a Nopon on the cliff. Interesting. How do we get up? Oh! Alright. Whatever, boss. We got Birdside. Anyway, all the Nopon fight with us. It kind of rules. We have a gigantic squad.
Nice job.
Alright, let's actually put Kino in as well. Should play as. Let's actually do this. This will be fun.
Ahoo! Ahoo! Ahoo!
don't think I've played as either of our Nopon buddies.
We can definitely do this.
See, we are effectively Ryan. Oh, there we go.
Piece of cake.
Winning just come natural to Kino.
It's so very good. I'm very happy about our squad right now. It's been the happiest thing about the epilogue. Is our new Nopon friends are very How do I get up there? What is this? A cave, perhaps? What could it be? Like, what is this bit? It's gonna go around through Thul's Way. Ignore bird. Is there a cave I'm missing? That's something back there? No? No, that's nothing. No, let's do a quick roundabout. Yeah, mile down instead of wild down. If you check out Kino's, let's check out Kino's arts. Healy Bullet, Healy Kaboom, Cure Thingamy, Carity Peer Around, Shield Ka-Clang, Crackle Bullet, Yogurt Stance. They're all great. Shulk and Melia are almost exactly the same as before. Shulk no longer has Monado Enchant. Ooh! A cave. Oh dear. There's a big bird out for us, huh? Ooh. Win.
We can definitely do this.
Help.
Keep at it.
Okay, the boss one is the one I'm worried about. Okay, here we go.
Let's keep this up.
Nene teach lesson you never forget.
Cyclonic Ugana. Okay, we need boss, look at me. Boss, please look at me. Oh, ooh. Okay. Okay. We're doing okay. I'm keeping its. Oh, we have a second bird. We need to bother second bird. Bird bothering. Second bird needs to leave before we die.
I'm really feeling it.
Starting to feel warm and cozy.
Fun Spectres, heed my call.
I love this. Pawn Specters till we die.
Nothing to it. Big sis.
Awesome.
Good
Okay.
girl. He's good. Very good.
Pawn Specters till we die.
Feeling wonder marvelicious.
We can definitely do this.
When I'm not feeling. Not to worry. Hide it all. Shy. Look at that. Feeling starting to knot up. Right there.
Oh, here comes the wind. This is gonna hurt.
Not feeling wonder marvelicious.
Hang in there. Don't give up. Backslash.
Oh no.
Here's that. Get toasty.
Ice breath. Okay, we're alive. Name bone upper. How close am I to a Pawn Specter's attack? I interrupted. Oh, I interrupted. I got guts.
Perspectives, do it now.
Oh, I got guts on that because of my timing. Holy shit. Oh, we did it.
Piece of cake.
Winning just come natural to
All right, what's our
you.
prize? Madcap Stopper R and a Fruit Spouter. All right, so let's check those out. Madcap Stopper R. Ooh, we have a 3-slot one of these? And a fruit... Oh my god, that's a rifle? Oh no. Kino's coconut gun can fire in spurts if it shoots ya. How about... I don't want topple down. Okay. All right, we made it through that one on guts alone. Like, I think that one literally only worked because I hit the Pawn Spectre special, and the game wasn't willing to kill me when I had hit the special button. Like, so it gave me guts instead. All right, so here's our way up.
Ahoo! Meh.
All right, you gotta kind of wiggle a little bit. Okay. And it looks like we got another Pawn Spectre.
Ahoo!
I'm excited.
Ahoo!
Ooh, Agni's Sky Garden Ruins. We know Agni. They were a big giant who had a tomb. Anyway, there's Alchemoth.
Yo, boss.
Qualified, certified, never not ain't not pumpified. Uh-huh. Okay. I definitely want Set here, so we gotta help Set out. They have to shout from the terrace. Bodacious. Incredibly bodacious. Alright. Where is that at? Okay, so let's teleport over to the Solnar Seal. Make our way back. Alright, so this must be the bridge they're talking about. So the rogue ghouls are on the other side of it. Good. Camera swings around to a giant line of Nopon. One of them is falling behind. Oh no. Help them. Hold on. Okay. Alright, they've been helped. Alright, so those birds. These are the birds that are bodacious. What a descriptor.
Weight limit sky high.
Everyone, do your best.
Witness true power of hero bonding training. Feather swing. Come to Navy. Need to aim at that one. Take some fluff for the
Understood.
So we get our nice battle music here. Good.
We can definitely do this.
Kino!
Great attack.
Kino ready to go all in!
Ooh, we might get to crush one with a Pawn Spectre move.
Right there! Time to get party started!
Are you ready?
Pawn Spectres, go for it!
Find trigger. One second to
I love that move.
They make it look easy.
Let's stay focused.
Kino should have napped that one out.
Goodbye. No. What? Well, they can fly. It's fine. Anyway, I love the Pawn Spectres. They have such strong, Norman from Baziria energy, where it's like, one of Magilu's mystics is just throwing 50 Norman at the boss. I'm like, that just works. That's basically what it feels like when I pull off that move. Hold on, I actually need to... If I'm going to be jumping a bunch, let me swap over to Kino, because Kino has a silly... I love both of these. Meh-hop. Meh-hop.
Yo, boss.
Shouting out of blood, sweat, and tears. Another hero upon day, another hero upon victory. Ooh, almost a level. Hey! Only 4 left. I love this screen a lot, by the way. Boink. 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 Alright, where are other pawn? Ooh! Wait, they're way down. Ooh, I don't know how to get there, right? Like, that's... No. I have to go down this way to get there. All right. We'll be going back to Teelan's laboratory later. I still don't have all this stuff for the... So anyway, as far as what we're currently doing, we have met two characters from Xenoblade proper. One who was actually like a pretty proper character, and one who was literally like a side quest character. Teelan and Talia. Teelan is a small child who does research on these fog beasts. Talia, I think it's Talia until proven otherwise, was the assassin that Melia fought in the tomb of the High Entia. Tyria. Thank you for the correction, because my name is my brain is stuck on Talia but knows it can't be right. Tyria. All right. But yeah, she's the assassin who attacked us in the tomb of the High Entia, attacked Melia, and then we intercepted. She also has a side quest we'll get to much later that kind of explains a little bit more, but as we've kind of found out, she's like half sisters with Melia. Like, they're not related by blood in any way, but they do both have a brother who they're related to. Tyria is, yeah, I don't know the exact how that works out, but oh boy, that's a lot of ogre bunnios. So, anyway, we're going to meet the two of them here. They went into this town, which looks like it has a lot of stuff in it. Some side quests and things. So we're going to go investigate this town. This is Grandel. We have not yet been here. This is supposedly a High Entia settlement for the non-military members who also aren't jerks. Go out in foul weather. But yeah, so we're here looking for Tyria and Teelan sent us here to meet another person we don't know, and we'll be meeting up with them soon, I assume. But first, looks like we get... Whoa, Agni's birthplace? What? What do you mean, Agni? Like King Agni, the one who has the tomb? The giant? Interesting. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this little skit here. Oh, I can't. I need to go further in the plot for that one. Some of the skits are plot locked because they like need us to know about certain happenings, so... Oh. I can't not get this though. Hold on. There is a... Yeah, there it is. There's a gem bit over here, and I need to get that. Wow, these things are not high level. What do we got here? Bind 3. Heat Sink 2. Kino, you want that? Sure. It's a gem literally only for one person. Might as well give it to him. Ah, those Halcyon wheats. I remember those days. I see it out here. Might as well grab that. So that looks like another one of the food bits. We need 20 of them. And each 5 seems to be giving us a prize. Pororo. There's a quest person out here. We'll come talk to him after we go into town. Ooh, this big, imposing thing over there. Interesting. Alright, so town looks like it's got this small bit and then this big tower bit. Small bit's nice. Interested to see if it's all High Entia up here, or if there are like Nopon who live up here, or even like Machina who live up here. Like what sort of like... What does this group look like? Oh, there's another Pawn Spectre too. Hell yeah. Pawn Spectres too. Alright.
Well.
You know, all the monsters. What if... Fuck that? Hey, bud.
One just want nap.
Oh my god, it's 1-1. We found 1-1. Rest is qualified, certified. Rest is classified. We've been looking for 1-1. All right. So, you're up on Kino. What all ruin houses? This looks like a place that must have been like a village back in the day that got like moved into. Oh, here's like what must be more. Yeah, this looks like more of the actual village proper. Oh, there are Machina up here.
Nene, look! What splendid armor! Oh, it's true! Scales so shiny and sparkly!
It looks the same as any Armu, if you ask me.
Different subtle. Sure is.
Really?
Pardon me? Have you come from Companion's Cape, by any chance?
We've just come from the laboratory. But we were at the Cape just before that.
And was everyone there all right?
Yes, it seemed to me.
Thank goodness. That's a relief to hear.
Is something wrong?
You may be aware, but originally, we all lived here together, as a group.
But then, some left because there are Machina here.
Exactly. At first, we managed to tolerate each other in relative harmony. Obviously, we had our share of friction.
What happened?
Well, the final straw was something trivial. The Companions tried all sorts of ploys to retake the capital, but none of the plans succeeded. Many soldiers were lost this way. One Machina had had enough, and told them to just give up.
And that's when it happened.
Yeah. They shouted, if you rust rats hadn't betrayed us, we wouldn't have lost our brethren and our homes in the first place. Things got heated, and then they left and didn't look back.
They shouldn't have forgotten that we all lost. Friends, family, and homes.
They're soldiers, ma'am. In the war, they put everything on the line for their country. And so...
When their country was taken from them, the extent of their anger and resentment was fully understandable.
Yes. Still, we who stayed behind don't bear them any grudges. They protected us all, for a long time regardless of race. And bear in mind, in the end, they didn't cast the Machina out. They left the safety of our walls of their own volition. That's why we pledged that if they chose to return, we'd welcome them back and meet them with a smile.
I will do whatever is in my power to make it so.
Day, white eyes sweating. Inflammation of tear ducts.
By the way, we have heard that someone by the name of Radson lives here.
Radsum? Yes, he lives over there.
Over there. Thank you. Very kind.
It was Radsum, actually. He was the one who told the companions to give up their quest.
Right. I see.
All right. Let's go and see him straight away.
Yes, let's.
So we got a whole bunch of different folks up here. Yeah, we got Toms, Nopon, Machina, Hyantia, like everybody hanging out here. And then over on the Companion's Cape, it's just like a couple of the soldiers who got a little too heated about it. Wait, can I just walk through that? No. Oh, and also, like, the Dark Souls man. I don't trust the Dark Souls man for a second. Oh, we got some shops. What do we got?
Welcome.
Alright, let's see what we got in
Yes?
shop. Ooh, we got some new helmets. These are cheap as hell. These are nothing. These must just be, style. Alright, hold on. Helm crafted by a nomad artisan inspired by ancient dragon legends. Helm whose creation took a dragon-obsessed artisan half his life. Helm finished by a nomad artisan in the last days of dragons. Okay. Were those all the same? Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, it took them half their life to make this helmet, and another half of their life to make this armor, then another half of their life to make these gauntlets. Alright, how many artisans were there? Was it... Okay, we have at least 2.5 artisans, and a number of artisans who finished their stuff in their last days. Alright, we have to check this out. Are these like Dragoon armors? Am I gonna look like a Stinian? Alright, let's check out if I look like a Stinian wearing this stuff. These are the Prodigal sets. Okay, not quite. It's a third color. Okay, and then I think this one is the black. Yeah, this is like the mage one. It's really like Prodigal 3. Including almost Valkyrie armor. How about you? What do you got?
Hello.
Alright. Kino can put this anklet on himself. Alright, I want to get new armor for... I'll probably afford it for one person. Probably the actual tank. Freya Valkyrie profile. Alright, I can't buy that ribbon. Alright. Yeah, I figure the actual tank should have the strong stuff. Hold on. Oh, that's how you do that? Okay. Grand Arch. Oh, it's up there. Alright, so we need to go talk to Machina Buddy. We also have some quests to grab in town.
Huh?
Oop. Help. Okay. Let's climb up these ruins a little bit. A little bit. A little bit. A hero nipper.
All right.
Okay. A stone. Okay. Ooh. So this is how we're gonna get better gems as we upgrade the ether pick. Cerulean Shard. We're low enough level for, or high enough level for this easily. Hero Pond, Kino. Hero Pond, very cool.
Are you that?
Okay. Just like up here, we have a weathering game's just been consistently bad. Nope, still can't do that one, alright.
Meha, 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 rah, rah, meha, meha, rah, rah.
How high up here can I go? Alright, it looks like I might have to Skyrim a little bit.
Meha.
Okay. This looks like it's still intended. Okay. I want a Pikmin game with no pawns? Hell yeah. We found the Eternal Zenith.
Meha.
Bonk. Oh no.
Oh, spicy nut to crack. Someone need help? Rah.
Spines seem not to crack. We're good, you know.
Turn out all the lights.
Now let's head back out to the approacher, and we have a couple bits out here we can check out. Okay, straight ahead. This is like sort of a Pikmin game, except for I don't actually have Pikmin controls. Or like a Patapon game with no pawn. Oh. Hold on, There we go.
Shulk, looky look. Plenty of trees growing.
Looks like this area isn't very heavily cultivated. That might be why nature runs so rampant.
Big step for Nopon. Kino make this into Frontier Village Mark II.
Frontier Village, huh? I was amazed first time I saw it. All the pollen factories, built into that giant tree.
Nopon never use metal if can be helped. Except for Sisterpon, who like use hum-hum shield very much.
Oh, right. It's true, though. Ricky never did use a metal weapon. It looked more like a fruit of some kind.
Kino here, this is actually gumberry that store ether within. Kino just make it suck in ether, and then it shoot out contents like real rifle.
Is that right? I'm not sure I've ever seen a berry that big before.
Indeedy. Kino never see one lying around before, that for sure.
The plants that bear them must be very rare. I knew biters, but I didn't know you had curiosities like these.
Well, biter's still more popular. Little Pun Kino also want to use biter, but no beef on wings, so could not carry properly. But then, when Kino gets in big sulk, Dadapon go and pick gumberry from somewhere.
Ricky did. So he can be a model father. I'm impressed.
Yes, Dadapon is true Hero-pon. This weapon only used now by Nopon 2 Wimpy to hold biter, but Dadapon was first one to discover. Everyone jumped for happy when introduced.
Ricky is a man of many talents, huh? A true hero-pon indeed.
Dadapon say he get idea for making into weapon from hom gun.
Inspired by a Hom's gun. Ah, Sharla's ether rifle then. Though if he was going to make weapons, I would have been happy to help him out.
How about if Shulk give Kino pointers? Kino's still not always hit target.
Pointers, eh? From what I saw, though, it seemed like you knew your stuff.
Kino also thinks so, but still sometimes miss.
Right. Then maybe you'd best learn how to properly handle the weapon.
Properly how?
Am I right to assume you've never really had proper training?
How's Shulk knowing of that? Kino's state of shock.
I reckon the weapon's more beat up than it should be. You don't want that. More prone to malfunctions.
What Kino should do?
It's important to be as careful as possible. Handle it too roughly, and you could end up warping the grip. If the aim is a little off, it could potentially be because of that.
How Shulk knows such things? Kino never figure out in a million years.
I've always liked tinkering with weapons. Even made my friend Ryan's weapon, in fact. That'll be why. If you need a weapon maintained, I'm your guy.
Shulk really second most awesome after Dadapon. Tell Kino more.
All right. But for now, let's reinforce this to help with your aim. In return, could you perhaps share some more stories?
Kino liked that deal.
I love Kino very, very much. And Shulk, come on, of course Ricky is a true dadapon. Ricky's great at being a dad. We established this, though I guess you weren't there in the scene where we established this. Are we nice? I hope we're doing nice. Like an old Breath of the Wild look. Kind of just want the goggles. Oh yeah, we're doing real nice. That's good. But yeah, I love Kino and Nene are quite great. Kino's a lot of fun. I like that Ricky just was like, well, my son is sad because they can't use a biter. I'm gonna go invent a gun, like, from a berry. I will find a tree in the world that shoots, like, berry gun. I can't do that one. Alright, looks like there's one more outside of town. And then we have a number of side quests to pick up. Looks like 4 or 5? Okay. A lot of side questing today, then, it seems like will be the order of the day. More RPGs should have little skits. These are great because they're, like, voiced and fully, like, you know, fleshed out. The heart arts kind of sucked. I'll be blunt. Like, they weren't great, and they had a lot of hard requirements, and they weren't worth the payoff. But, like, I love little skits. Oh my god. Alright. All the Nopon get in. Yet to play Octopath. I have heard that it has very poor story integration between characters, which greatly saddens me for its premise. Oh, don't have this one either. Who's out here?
Hello.
Small child. Alright, there's a quest to grab up here. Let's do that. More specifically, so the conceit of Octopath Traveler is that there's like 8 different characters that you can like go between their like quests and stuff. And that they make up your squad. And like you can choose any one of them as like kind of the main and stuff. but because the game doesn't know which characters are with you and which characters aren't, like, based on, like, the story, like, none of the characters actually interact, because they all have to have little, you know, generic... Oh. Sorry, the Snowpod has my favorite hat.
Yoo-hoo!
Oh, no! She can't climb a tree?
Yoo-hoo!
Alright, hold on.
Yoo-hoo!
Oh no, fell from tree. Alright, I need a peppity herb. Alright. We'll go grab a peppity herb at some point. So it's over by Craigmaw Caverns? Must be this. Near Sith Necropolis. Alright, then the rest of the things are in town. Let's quick go. Grab the rest of them.
Yes? Ahoo! Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Alright, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Dr. Kino. Oh my god, the Prawn Spectre's help? Alright, so we have to make friends for, Angela here. Oh, they're right here. Can't find Hero Pond? Ha. Oh, alright, hold on. Bird lady, huh? Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. How did Melia get, like, put on... Oh no. Ricky, what did you do? Oh, I mean, we can do that. That sounds like a pretty standard contract, right? Holy shit, you want how many kilo pumpkins? Sorry, I love the name Kilo Pumpkin. And like, okay, we need to make a dessert that's 7 kilo pumpkins and 1 cherry. So... All right. Kilo pumpkin.
Hello.
Ooh, you. I'm gonna make a guess. This is just a guess here, but Shulk has to be in the lead for this. Yep, we're in ruins. We live in ruins. Oh, we gotta get some hoverstone to move the ruins. Oh, we've got that. Sweet.
Hey.
Do we actually get to clean the place up a little bit? I guess we probably do get to get rid of some rubble. It had to, yeah. That's nice. Oh, I think I triggered cutscene.
Are you perchance Radsum?
Yeah, that's me. How do you know my name?
Teelan mentioned you. You are his fellow researcher.
Oh, I see. Teelan sent you. Him and Tyree are still getting on okay?
Quite. Though she did give him a good scolding earlier.
Went to Alchemoth again, did he? I did warn him not to be reckless. But when it comes to his research, that boy has tunnel vision. To be honest, so does Tyree.
Does she come here much as well?
No, hardly ever. She's even more focused on the work than Teelan. I couldn't begin to guess why she's so driven.
It must be about her mother after all.
Radsum, we have questions. About the Fog King.
I see. That's why you're so curious.
We need more to go on. What can you tell us?
Because of the Telethia's ether field, the Fog King and his fog beasts seem, well, unable to escape Alchemoth.
Ether field?
Yeah. It's the means by which Telethia eliminate any excess ether that they absorb. Now, the Fog King and his beasts happen to give off an awful lot of ether.
I see. So all Telethia in the vicinity flock there, to feed on the ether, and as a result, keep the threat contained.
Oh, this hurt noggin of Kino. It get worse if not shut up.
But my ether, it worked against fog beasts, but not the Fog King. Or rather, it didn't even seem to make direct contact with him.
Shulk, Melia, would you do me a favor and head to Teelan's lab, borrow his Telethia research notes for me?
Sure, we can do that for you.
There's something I'd like to look up about the Telethia's ether field.
Understood.
On another note, we heard that you spoke out against the Companions.
I voiced an opinion, yes. I can understand their impatience. Their ancestral home was right there. However, I couldn't abide watching them throw away more lives for nothing.
Nothing. Sounds quite stark.
At first, there were hundreds of us living here. But now, well, you've seen for yourselves.
And all because of the Fog King.
Yeah. So I think you can see why I said what I said. If we end up extinct, we'll have won nothing.
Well spoken. But I'm sure the companions would find those words hard to swallow. I'm sorry. Your people are no more free to go home than we are.
No need for you to apologize, Melia. In truth, it's not costing me any sleep. They seem to be catching on too. After all, they've stayed put since then.
When you put it like that... The people of Grandel, they're living under considerable strain, not knowing what became of their homes, and with no means of return.
But that's also true of Maxis. His people lost their homes too.
Yes, but they're feeling desperate, and it's making them unreasonable.
It too sad.
We were like that too once, weren't we?
Yes, we were.
That true?
But we learned, eventually. All because we wanted to protect the world. And we made that dream a reality. We brought down Zanza.
Overcoming our prejudice gave us strength in unity, because we shared a goal.
Radzum's folk, the companions, and us as well. We all share the same goal.
Defeating the Fog King and returning home.
Sounds like job for Hero Punkino. Just let Nene at him.
Thank you, everyone.
Mama, what that thing?
Is that...
It's like the one we saw in Alchemoth, but much, much larger.
You're right.
Shulk, let's see if we can get closer.
Yeah.
Is that good? Just, you know, a gash in reality, localized directly here in this place, right outside of Alchemoth. I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, we got so many no pond. Oh, goodness. Oh, those are the pumpkins. That's why that's so much stuff. Let's go over here to Abasi's Dorsum. I'm gonna do a little bit of side questing for a second. You can see it from a different direction, too. You know, just that normal gash in reality. Might be a feedback problem from rewriting the universe, who knows? We'll have to go ask Elvis about it at some point. Like, hey, yo, what's that hole? Okay, there's Peppity Herb. Oh! Hold on, we gotta... Power of imagination. Oh, also, they call him Radzam because he has the rad as hell visor that has, like, that's cool as hell, clearly.
None here either. Why nowhere has sweet wasabi, ma? Kina always rants so frequent about sweet wasabi. Now head of Nene feel like full of sweet wasabi. Mama, Kino desperate. Kino. Oh, Nene Nene have good brainwave. Huh? Kino, beloved sweet wasabi of Kino. Kino should imaginate it. Imaginate? Exact. Love of Kino for sweet wasabi be put to test by how well can imaginate inside noggin. If start imaginate, Kino just get double of hungry. It's not problemo. If imaginate hard will be like having sweet wasabi right in front of eyes. From there, Nene have good plan of action. Trust insist upon. Mama? Okay then. Kino will trust. All right. Talk Nene through it. What is shape of sweet wasabi? Sweet wasabi is small, thin, long, and also a bit lumpy. And what is color? Plancy, but to eyes of Kino, it also look twinkly, sparkly. Mimi, that the stuff? And then, what smell it smell of? Just from remember, Kino drool a little bit. Nene also drooling, if be honest. It almost like Kino tastes sweet wasabi, just like it here, even though not here. Okay, next. Time to eat imaginated sweet wasabi. But, if just eat, atmosphere not quite right. Kino play Heropon, and Nene be trusty psychic, who gathers sweet wasabi as tribute for Heropon. Nene will give Kino sweet wasabi, so Kino can eat and enjoy. Kino got it? Mimi? Noble Kino! Behold, is sweet wasabi that Nene picked. Please to eat and be hearty. Mama! This most delicious experience of eating life! Brave Kino, this unworthy psychic traveled all across Bionis. Even had to play tag with Rockport one time. Sister upon that amazing! Nene overcome many a scuffle scratch to obtain this sweet wasabi. Please to save a mouthfeel. Kino will. Kino eat every last bit, including stems. How is flavor? Heropon Kino. This. Meme? Kino needs a few more bites. This! Me? This just, no can have any flavor. Me. Kino, lack of imaginating is fault. Could say what Nene want. No flavor is no flavor. Oh, brother pun. But, Kino catch whiff. Smell of tasty morsel. Must be delicious snacklings nearby, Kino, but... Meh, Kino thinks so too? Nene just thought hunger was catching. Mama, Sister Pon is good snuffle. All right, we go in search of tasty crumbles. Let's go. Meh.
They're very cute. That entire scene was just the two of them playing around on a cliff. And Ricky's theme playing a little bit too loudly because the sound balance isn't quite right. Yeah, it's perfect. I'm cool with that. Yo, I'm gonna go beat up a thing. Hold on. Okay, not that. I don't. Oh no.
definitely do this. This is the Monado's power.
Don't be so warm, big sis. Really pound them into powder.
Sorry, I got my ass kicked there for a second. God, they have topple spikes. It's so annoying. Help.
I'm feeling it.
Come on, Spectres, till we die. This one's so huge.
Let's focus our efforts. Conspectors, we're ready for your assistance.
Beat enemy pink and purple.
Here we go.
Conspectors, go for it! We
Oh no, I got the biggie in there. Help.
Like salty diamonds.
God, we keep getting more enemies in here. I didn't mean it.
Pesky thing. Shadow Eye. Monado, lend us your power. I'll blow you away. Monado Cyclone. Come on, snap out of it. This isn't going well. Kino.
Okay, finally we can fight the boss. Oh, I'm gonna die. No, another one!
We can definitely do this. This is the Monado's power. Monado, save us from harm. Let's focus our efforts.
Kino will do!
This will leave a mark. Stay correct. Alright, I'm feeling it.
Here goes!
Kino, that we can definitely do this.
Starting to get toasty!
Monado, lend us your power.
Ready?
Perspective, time to join forces.
Beat enemy pink and purple!
Perspectives, do it now.
What? Help.
Or too sugar sweet for you!
Good job, everyone.
Kino plus psychic are non-defeatable!
Oh my god.
We need more! More!
We called in the biggie. Alright, what's our prize? Official staff, Mad Stopper S. We'll have to check out the official staff. I think we already had that, right? Yeah, still. And Mad Stopper S, which is alright. Thought I was pulling yet another one, yeah. Alright, we can now cut that off the thing. Gonzalez showed up to move our opponent. Thank you, Gonzalez. Yeah, indeed, word number. We could not have done it without you. Okay, let's kind of go around here. Shimmer Tumble, is that new? Ooh, Hero Nipper. Tree Branch, Kino secretly named. Okay. Alright, I kind of want to grab the, like, these might be pumpkins, and I want to get that off the list, because the pumpkins are going to be, like, all over the place, and they're going to obscure everything else, you know? So if there's actually pumpkins everywhere, I want to grab them so they don't obscure all the other quest items that are actually relevant. Yeah, it's a Kilo pumpkin. Alright. The Pond Spectre Ultimate is super cool. I understand the idea of removing the chain attack because of how chain attacks, quite honestly, were like, by the end of the game, an infinite source of damage. Like, you could kind of chain into another chain attack and get 15 hits off each one, and like, they got a bit silly. So changing that system makes some sense. It's a little sad because chain attacks are pretty fun, but replacing it with a system where a bunch of no-pawns show up and just, like, call in Immovable Gonzalez and the enemy blows up, like, you chose correctly on, like, a way to make me like your new system, at least. So that's good. Alright, well, who's over here? Hello? Oh, right. Alright, I need to swap because Nene has to bring the herb. Chain attacks are also pretty reliant on affinity, which they didn't want to rebalance in this. And yeah, affinity doesn't exist in this, so...
Right there! Nether swing! To get toasty!
Bernardo! Save us from harm!
Ouch! Taste of this!
I'm feeling it!
Mild down.
We can definitely do this! Almost there! Bernardo!
One more.
Ready and able.
I'm feeling it!
Then he work a pretty good sweat. Never give up. Spirit is hereupon way.
Let's stay focused!
We did it. Goodbye, Shoo Shoo. Tallest tree in world. This version of the song has even used once or twice, like a couple times in in the base game. I can think of a couple scenes that use it. It's not a common one, though. Ah, like licking Brog. It's a good one. Climb the tallest tree, and then... I feel you, Nene. What a nice scene. That was like just on a side quest. That's very weird. That's unusual. Usually, like, having a that's not a usual side quest reward, is like an actual cutscene that has stuff for our characters. Yeah, I'm not... It's neat, though. I like it. Just unusual. Alright, there is someone down the coast. Is one of the kids we have to talk to? No. It's a little cubby over here. The heck? Oh, that's the cherry. Ah, the Tranquil Tarn. Oddly enough, not a magic card. Tranquil Thicket and Scalding Tarn are both lands in Magic, but Tranquil Tarn is not. I do not want to fight any of these. They have spikes. I'm just gonna steal their little orb. I'm here for your orb, everybody. Whoa! Whoa! $74 is a little over us. Shit. I didn't mean it. Help. Okay. I didn't mean it. Alright. So there's a thing to pick up over here, then there's a Nopon over there to help. Let's pick up our thing first, and then we'll go help a Pond Spectre and get up to, like... We're not at full, but that'll get us to, I think, 9 or 10 Pond Spectres. Close to all. I think this one's number 10. Well, they're not Deca. I think they're number 2, but... Best topography in the game. It's a really cool area. Holy shit! I'm sorry, hold on, your name was what? Tersicorian Xenoth? I don't want to fight Tersicorian Xenoth and their 500 bird friends. Yes, it's 2. Okay.
Good choice.
Oh my god. Yes, we are mega fans of Tutu. once every 3 minutes. It's part of personality. Currently staving off longing by beholding surface of lake, but gorgeousness diminished. Okay, well, luckily we grabbed it already.
Talk to Tutu is good choice.
Long time ago, Tutu and comrades surveyed numberless lands. Uh-huh.
Tina, get buffed up.
Buffed up. Hey! Okay, we're missing 2. We're at... Okay, so that was 9. So we're missing, it looked like 6 and 9 in there? I'm not fighting the 500 birds. Why are there 500 birds here? Who can say? Let's go back to the lab, right? That's where we're supposed to go, right? No, we were supposed to go to the lab, but we're gonna check out the weird bit first. Then we were gonna go get the notes from the lab. Alright, let's do that. Anyway, let's look at the hole in the world.
What is happening over there?
Assuming direct control.
Miss Melly, look, ahead!
The fog.
Fog beasts?
Here they come!
No time for deliberations. Let's go, Shulk.
Got it!
I do not know what my party is right now. Luckily, I think any 4 work.
Here goes! It is time to get toasty!
We can definitely do this!
Taster, please to aim at that one.
Okay.
Kino, will do!
Satellite!
Okay, these things are not... We might be over-leveled at this point. Kinda. Thump.
And not come back!
Shulk. The fog beasts were meant to be confined within Alchemoth.
I don't think that's where those ones came from.
What do you mean?
The rift made normal monsters transform into fog beasts.
Oh no, Grandel!
Ah!
What is matter?
The Armus could turn into fog beasts.
Meh, no one to picture that. Must hurry to rescue.
Alright. Well, let's hope that the Armus didn't all turn into Fog Armu. That'd be sad. Looks like we're still good. Oh no, never mind. We're not good.
Your instinct was right, Melia.
Yes, although the rift's influence is spreading far too quickly. Ratson, are you fine?
Miss Melia, these Armus, it was so sudden.
You can explain later. Let us do the fighting here. You should seek refuge.
Right you are.
Just wave him in.
Stop those Armus.
Yeah.
Bad Army, go to bed without din-dins. Show off watching skills.
Time for Goat In.
Here goes.
Oh, they have like a shadow eyeball. They're also very low level.
20, 20, 20. Dive the bats. Time to kill my specters. Time to get
Oh.
party started.
Let's crush them.
Pond specters, go for it!
We measure!
Find treasure!
Pond
specters
to
to the
die! Please be dead, please be dead. They cannot look!
Mr. Shulk!
Crushed them. Anyway, just throw a meteor at them.
Thank you for that.
Was everyone all right?
Yeah, no major injuries to speak of. All thanks to you, of course.
Kino accepts a year's supply of sweet wasabi as reward. Real hero pun never has compensation. Where it say that?
Shulk, was it the rift's expanding influence that's responsible for our Armu's transformation?
Looks like it. We saw it happen before, too. Regular monsters turned into fog beasts, just like that.
That suggests more fog beasts will appear if the rift continues to spread its vileness. Consider, with the size it was before, the rift's effect was limited to the area within the capital. But now it's getting wider.
One moment. In that case, if the rift keeps growing larger,
All monsters everywhere could be changed by the fog.
we must find a way to fight back.
We'll need those research notes for that. Let's head for the lab.
Right.
Dunban and Fiora wake up and everything just became a fog beast down there, and they're just like, God dang it. Alright. So we want research notes. How dangerous was Scapular Lance? What was the level down here? That's a foggy! Ooh, they're becoming foggies.
Ouch! On ground! Taste of this! Take you on!
Alright, I'm feeling it.
Almost there!
But just put 1,000 of us to sleep.
Eat taste of this!
Pull yourself together.
Okay, here I best for a bit longer. Very unknown. Did enemy feel lonely?
Alright. Fog beasts are more powerful than regular monsters. They also spread a riot surge, drawing in nearby monsters. Ooh, I don't like it. Okay, so everything got thrown up to level 71 because of that. Alright. Interesting. I'm trying to do some stealth here. Okay, so this fog beast is dangerous because it'll bring everything to level 71 with it. I just want this thing. Okay. Okay, so fog beasts can have a pretty interesting power then. Like a full buff on everyone in the area to match the level of the fog beast. Turtle? Alright, Paw Inspector. Oh no. Is that a fog turtle? Shit. Barrel dart. Alright. Alright, if I want through there, I'm gonna have to beat that to get to the last pawn over there. No pawn. Let's go ahead and grab the notes. We'll be back.
Villain! What do you want?
You stand in the way of a new age dawning.
Sis, I'm scared. It's all right. I'll protect you. And I'll work, I swear.
Behold, the widening rift in the sky. It's proof definite the world abhors you.
Spare me your ravings.
Oh, Lady Melia, the hope of our race.
Gelgar, what is this treachery?
As you can see, I am sweeping away some pebbles. Their research is blasphemy against the commingled blood.
Don't you comprehend the import of what you're interrupting? The very future of our race hinges on their work.
You think this is the future? This reactionary struggle to revive what is long buried? The future of the High Entia is us. We are what the race ought to become. We are the true face of the High Entia.
If not for our ancestors, we would never even have drawn breath.
Ancestors? I recognize them not. You, Lady Melia, are our progenitor. You were our beginning, and you will be our future.
Senseless drivel. If you would interfere with this research for the sake of spouting your nonsense, you do not deserve my mercy!
Melia!
Why won't you understand? Why won't you accept that we are the ones destined to lead?
You will not so easily refute our history!
So be it! I reject you! I will take the mantle and become father of our kin! I will take dominion over all, and the world will be set to rights.
Alright, get the hell out of here, you absolute moron. Alright, so we get to beat up Gelgar. This was coming.
You think you know my mind? You know nothing! I'll blow you away!
Ooh! Whoa! No, 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 stop it! Holy shit, Gelgar, you...
Know your place. Well, don't make me laugh.
Not feeling Wonder Marvelicious. Not to worry. Kino's good at improvising. It is starting to get Oh no! This is true! We need to step up game!
Thank you.
Hold on, I got a lock on you. Alright. Whoa! Holy shit. Okay.
Your dying words will be poetry to my ears.
No! Oh shit.
Pure blood's got what they deserve.
Okay, okay.
Don't make me laugh. Know your place. Well, nary a scratch.
Goodness, Kelgar's got a... Kelgar's like a spell blade here. I think we've got the fight now, though. We'd love to get Shulk off the floor. That'd be nice. Can I pick up Shulk yet? Nope, I don't have a bar.
You think you know my mind?
Oh, you've got a heal too, huh? Alright.
Pure blood got what they deserve. My right is on my side. Your dying words will be poetry to my ears.
Get out of here, Gelgar.
But I was so...
Those feelings prey of Kino, princess.
You're fearless, Nene.
I know I am not wrong. I'm not.
I will spare you. Just be gone from my sight.
No! The lab! Melia! Miss Melia!
No! Idiots!
The crown is mine now.
Talon!
Vix's help!
Better safe than sorry. The pure blood meets its end today.
Are you okay, Talon?
Telethia, here! Damn!
Miss Melia!
She's okay. She's all right.
I'm sorry. I couldn't save. The future.
Melia!
Miss Melia! Kino, you did it! Applause.
Where?
We're in Radsom's house. The lab went up in flames, so we carried you here.
The lab. I'm sorry, Teelan. I failed you.
Miss Melia.
You damn fool! What possessed you to do that? What happened to safeguarding the future of the High Entia? And bringing our brethren back home, were those just words to you? You should think long and hard about what the death of a leader would mean for us!
Come on, big sis. That's enough.
Don't defend her. This idiot child.
I had to.
What?
To protect it at all cost. The research.
How can you be so fixated on that?
Our salvation lies therein. I believe it now.
Melia!
And yet, ultimately it was for naught. I caused trouble for everyone. And I couldn't even save the documents.
Poor Miss Melly.
That's not true. If you and your friends hadn't come when you did, there might not have been anything left of the research to continue with. And also, here,
What's this?
it's the book you carried out of the fire. Ring any bells?
This tome. We found it in the tomb.
Yeah, the book that started my research. If we have this, me and Tyrea can carry on with our work. Sis, are you with me?
Yeah, right. We can study the problem until we make some headway.
Miss Melia? Thank you.
Likewise.
Teelan. Tyrea.
You've only just woken up. Come on, we'll let you rest.
Yes. Thank you.
What that for? Kino used Tranquil Snooze for sweet dreams. That seemed extremely
This might just be what we need to defeat the Fog King.
Yeah.
Feeling better?
Yes. Much better now.
What a relief.
Miss Melly good as new. Kino saved day again. Less braggy, please.
Friends, I'm sorry I worried you. And I abused your hospitality. Please forgive me.
No. You saved this place and we owe you. Big time. This was the least I could do.
I will not stop now. I swear to do what I can for the good of Grandel.
I appreciate it. Just don't go running yourself ragged for us.
I promise. We seem to be missing Tyrea.
Oh, if you're looking for her, she figured the fog beasts might strike again, so she went out on patrol.
The likes of us aren't exactly trained for battle, so really, any help is welcome.
You're right. I feel sorry for any beasts that wander into Tyrea's path. By the way, did I hear you mention something about defeating the Fog King?
All thanks to our friend's research.
Is that so?
Quite.
A sterling achievement, Teelan.
Just an accident.
Still, even so, your devotion to your mother may well have saved our future. All right. What do we have to do? How do we defeat the Fog King?
We found ether attacks effective against fog beasts, but not against the Fog King.
That's because the ether's concentration was too low.
Concentration?
Concentration? Pipe down when adults talking, dum-dum. But Kino's so bored.
The whole thing got me wondering, why did fog beasts appear when the rift got wider? I think the intensity of the rift's rays exceeded the density of the Telethia's ether field.
None of that makes any sense to me. How is the density connected to the Fog King?
If we could put up an ether field denser than the Telethia's, the Fog King will become vulnerable.
How does one put up an ether field? Secondly, where does one obtain such highly concentrated ether?
For the field, I think this guy will do the job, with a little tinkering.
In that case, it's just a matter of gathering up enough high-purity ether crystals, except...
Except what?
Those kinds of ether crystals are extremely rare. I'm not sure where I'd even start looking. There might be none at all around here.
Oh, cheer up, all of you. It is not a foregone conclusion. And in any scenario, if we cannot defeat the Fog King without them, we will have to keep looking until we find them.
True enough.
Good. Then let us start by asking around.
Hey!
Alright. Well, that was fun. I didn't know how quickly or when we were going to get our payoff for Dark Souls man deciding to pull the trigger on everything, but he just was like, you know what? I'm going to go kill these two because he extremely hates the pure-blooded High Antia. So we kicked his ass. He was like a spell blade. That was kind of nifty to see like a different moveset. And also that fight was pretty rad. As far as the scenes afterwards go, I really liked that Melia threw up like a bunch of aqua magic and just ran into a burning building. And then Shulk's just like, wait, shit, runs into. It's like, alright, they'll be fine, I'm sure. And then also the bit of like Kino pointing the rifle at Melia, like, and I was like, Kino, what are you doing? I'm just gonna use Tranquilizer, don't worry about it. Kino, what are you doing?
What is it?
Ah, okay. Shulk quest.
Oh.
Oh, right! Our entire goal is to go fix junks. Yeah, that was fun stuff. And then Kino flies into the little hole and just tiny little comedy bit. Okay, we're gonna go find some downed airships. Okay. We literally forgot about our main goal. Palm-sized cog. I didn't expect a boss fight there, so I wasn't set, and that's why I was still playing as Nene, and it's like, oh god.
Oh, hey there.
Something on your mind?
Okay. So we gotta go find out about, like, a high energy crystal that must exist in the world. Alright, well, instead, what if I don't and I just do some side questing for a little bit before we finish up? That boss is just deleting the background. Yeah, there was a point where, like, I got stunned and I realized that Galgar was just kicking Kino's ass, and it's just like, oh god, please, stop, I need you to stop.
Come and see.
Hold I think I have to be keen enough for this.
Come and see!
That's how you make friends, by the way. Tried and true method.
Meh-hop.
Alright, that meh-hop did not work.
Okay.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna keep talking around and opening up these quests, because there seems to be a good number of them.
Hi.
Again, all these things are like specific character. Like,
Hi.
it's kind of funny. My granddad is a Machina. Yeah, you're 1/4 Machina. Oh no, his leg. Well, that's nice. Want to finish that quest that gives me the better ether pick at some point. It's the main quest. There's a quest out in the middle of the wheats? What was there a quest doing out in the middle of the wheats? I'll talk to you. What's up?
Hi there.
Ah. Skeeters from Zen's Thoroughfare when the weather's nice. I don't have those. Okay. Any other quests? What are you doing over by Junks? Who are you? Well, I have to go back to Junks. Might as well go see who that is. Wow, we really fucked this place up, huh? Somebody rob us. Oh. There's the lion of Nopon. Oh my god. Alright, hold on. Let's enjoy.
Oh, such just very depressed.
What is it, Kino? Has something happened?
Miss Melly!
Why the sighing? It's unlike the bright, bubbly Kino I know.
What? Kino not allowed to be moody? It's sensitive, especially at the age of now.
I see. Then I hope you'll forgive me. So something worrying you? Anything you care to discuss with me?
Doubt if can help. But maybe Miss Melly have some advice.
Oh, very well. In that case, I'm all ears.
Kino follow Miss Melly and Shaw calls Skulky like to come with.
Yes, quite.
But at start, Kino never think Kino come to such very far away place. That why, when Kino leave, Kino not say bye-byes to Mama Pon. If Kino come back now, there's sure to be heck to pay. And Mama Pon angry, wants to look like Chew Toy. Just thought of remember makes Moo go plunge.
Did Oka really have such force of character? But don't fret. It's only because she worries about you. That intensity is nothing but a sign that you are loved dearly, Kino.
Miss Melly sure.
Yes. I'd say she only scolds you because she cares.
Mama Pon get angry because love. Kino not really understand.
Look at it this way. Kino, you are her beloved son. If you were hurt, Oka would be sad, would she not? Therefore, when she scolds you, it's to try and ensure that you don't put yourself in harm's way. So, do not think it cruelty.
Kino no. Everything resolved if Miss Melly just asks Mama Pon to tone down harsh when angry at Kino. If do that, even Mama Pon may become a bit gentle upon.
No, that I cannot do.
Mama, why no?
You really need me to explain. Isn't it the mark of a hero pon to take responsibility for their own actions? At least I believe Ricky did, to an extent. If you wanted to come with us, you should have asked Ricky and Oka's permission to begin with. Don't you think that's what a hero pon ought to do?
Mama!
You'll find as you go through life, similar situations may reoccur. If they do, and if you act the way you did this time, nobody will acknowledge you as a true hero pon.
Mama! Miss Melly's so stern. Kino admit defeat. Sneaking onto boat was naughty behavior.
Kino, once you realize you have done wrong, you must reflect on it and rectify it as soon as you can. If you let the chance slip you by, you may not get another.
Kino got it, Miss Melly. From now, Kino promised to never follow friends or sneaky skulky again. We'll follow friends proudly.
Oh. It seems I didn't explain properly after all. What you did wrong was to cause Oka undue concern. So you'll have to accept your punishment, put time into self-reflection, and next time, simply do better. That is the behavior that will let you grow on your path as a mighty hero.
Understood. Kino promise.
I wonder if he really understood.
Kino can't say heck. That's illegal. I'm 100% certain that Kino is not allowed to say heck. That's like super illegal. Kino can't do a swear. Alright. Who's hanging out over here? Your name's just Mithril?
Greetings.
Okay. We crashed into the lake and now all the fish are upset. I guess that's on us. Okay. Oh wow, I'm actually gonna have to make it into Nethros Necropolis. Is a quest over here? I think Sun's Thorough? No. I'm in a quest grabbing mood right now.
I see.
Sampling hair time, hair vest. Oh! I need to beat these up for their thing.
We can definitely do this! Nasty thing! This is too easy!
Feeling starvy. Day without sweet wasabi is day too long.
I don't think we'll find any around here.
Kino feeling sudden depressed.
Very well then, Kino. Why don't I whip up your favorite dish?
I didn't know if we were going to actually get a real triple fight finisher, but there we finally had one. That wasn't just some lines. Like, that was actually all three characters talking to each other. Also, we have the running bit with the sweet wasabi, which is kind of funny. I like it. Okay, we can't take that side. Oh god, are they below me?
I'm sorry.
Alright, okay, I tried. I'm gonna have to go through here and beat up that thing then at some point, the foggy. That's fine. Alright. Anything left in here to grab? Doesn't look like it. Quick check. Still missing 2 animals. Can I do that? I don't have... But she's not... Am I getting another party member soon? Twin Blades? Maybe she'll be like a... She might be like a... Fiora on the first? Like on the first, as though it's a shard in the goddamn 14. No, like early Fiora? That fit, Twin Blades. Huh. That's an interesting hint to get there. I'm interested in this. Alright, I'm gonna do one more quest here, and I think what I want to do is the one that specifically gets me a better pick. So that is not priority 1-1. Not the favorites. Yes. Okay. Let's see the rift. And the actual Aurora Borealis. Because getting the upgraded pick seems like one of the best upgrades I can get myself. Because an upgraded pick means an upgraded, Are they up top? Yeah, they're up a floor. Hold on. Upgraded pick means upgraded gems. Upgraded gems are a direct combat gain. So, like...
Are you that...
Cars? Some brightite. From the Forbidden Hushland. You have a place just called the Forbidden Hushland?
All right.
Alright, let's check out this upgraded ether pick. Alright, so like if I go over to Agni's birthplace, for instance. So am I gonna get like 4-star? A gentle clam? What? Hold on. Clam's remarkably hard shell conceals a soft and buttery center? Oh no. The gentle clam. Heatsink 4. Heatsink 4, okay. That's actually quite a upgrade. The buttery clam. So there's another one down here. Spike 4. Sleep resist 4. Aggro up 4. Now we're talking. That's what I want to see. Go well with drive boost. I have to go buy some art books. I probably have a lot of points to spend here, don't I? Yep. Boost! Yeah, so in boost, you like your cooldown is reduced, so you're able to use things quicker. And then like having the heat down means that like we can use things more. So that is the combo. All right. What is this? So many levels now on them. 71? Wonder what this game ends at. Well, what do you think this campaign ends at? Like, I'm gonna guess a similar level to the base, which would be like Zanza's 82 when you fight Zanza. Close to that? Close to that would make sense. Alright, how bad is the Necropolis? Like 82 would make sense for like a, oh boy, these are 73s. Hi, dude. Okay, we actually pulled in a couple other things, and that's bad.
We can definitely do this. Look alive! Nasty thing. Is that all the backbone you have? This is the Monano's power. What? What? Heal, freeze! Ice wave! Gladly at your peril. Give it all you've got, Melia. Split edge! Let's focus our efforts. Give it all you've got, Melia. We can definitely do this. Let's focus our efforts. Very well.
Conspectors, time to join forces.
Ponspectors!
Ponspectors, go for it!
We Ponspectors will die!
Please be dead. They cannot look.
Okay. Seed Spitter, Will-O-Wisp Staff. Ahem. Ooh. Has Ghostly Flame. I like that. Also, it's really powerful. Yep, that's the wrong button.
Yes?
You stole from my boat.
Yes?
It's true. There was an IOU and we knew where to get back. Whoa! Actual chest? Ooh! Hold on. You're gonna give me a what now? Thanks? Something back there, but I can't get there. I might have to come back a little later. Perhaps another quest will bring us there. It's still a little over our level, but we got another art book. I'll have to figure out what I want to turn those in for. I still have yet to, like... I've only done that for a couple things, and, like, you know, having a half-dozen art books sounds real nice, you know? Alright. I think it's called a necropolis because it has, like, literal tombs in it. I'm like, it's not lying there, it's just that, like, you kind of expect a little bit more out of your necropolises, necropoli. What's the plural of a necropolis? Alright, we're 18. I think it's that one and this one over here by the Grand Arch. Okay. Alright, art book.
Oh.
What do I want? Probably some of the Healy bullets. Yeah. I'll have to figure out. I'm not exactly sure what I want there, but I guess, like, do I really need a tank? Ooh, HP up 4. Yes, please. Those are direct upgrades right here. Okay. Alright, I think... with that, let's head up to the Zenith, take a look around, and call it for now. No! Goodbye. Okay. I think they're back over there. They're sort of flapping around. Anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. So yeah, next time we'll do some more side questy stuff, and we'll try to figure out how the hell we beat up the Fog King. I assume it's going to be use the Monado and then blast it. But, you know, there might be more to that. I'm glad we beat up Dark Soulsman. I thought we'd beat him up a little more than we did, but, you know, we knew that fight with Dark Souls Man was coming. Yeah, we'll be doing this again next week, so we shall see how much more we've got of this companion. So yeah, thank y'all for joining. Hope y'all had fun. If you want to catch any more of this, you can always follow, see when I go live, all that jazz. Thank you. If you want to support the stream, you can always sub. Thank you to everybody who has and does. If not, if you're just here having a great time, can't ask for anything else. Anyway, thank y'all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.